And we are live. I want to wish everyone a very happy weekend, filled with good vibes, man. Good vibes. Saturday and Sunday vibes. Be healthy, be happy, make money, spend time with your family. Just have a great weekend. Now, Uber has announced that it has a new method, a new way of displaying your earnings, right? So I think they want to be more transparent. Part of this is the multiple lawsuits and the misleading ways that Uber and Lyft present your figures, your earnings, right? So they claim, and I'm going to say this very carefully now, they claim now to offer more transparency, right? More clarity, right? Let's not be fooled. We've been through this before. And the reason why I say this, right, and many of you, and please put this in the comments box if you've noticed this, there is something that you need to pay attention to in this new, wonderful, clear configuration, right? And that is, you will get a little red alert button, right, in your app, in your earnings. And you will have to agree again to something, yes, right? So that you understand that your earnings are presented in a new fashion, right? And that you understand how they are breaking it down, and they want you to now agree to that terms of service, that new terms of service. And what I find about the method is it's so sneaky, right? So they announce this, new way, you can track your earnings, and you'll be getting this, you'll be getting that, you can see this, you can see that. And I want to make another video breaking down exactly how they're going to display these new earnings. But in the app, you are going to be prompted at some point, and please shout out if you have already gone through this, that you agree to the terms and service on how these numbers, these new earnings are displayed, right? I urge you to always read the fine print. Always read the fine print. They did not do this for no reason, right? They know they're in a lot of trouble with multiple lawsuits, and they're now wanting you to agree to this new presentation of earnings. And I find that rather dangerous, which means there are changes again, once again, and you're supposed to say yes. Obviously, if you don't say yes, you cannot continue driving, right? So this little button's going to come up somewhere. I'll make a follow-up video on that, and maybe best is I show you the screenshot of exactly what that little red button looks like. It's hard to do that. I'm in the car, I'm driving to LAX, making some money right now, but I need to do a follow-up video later today and show you this little red alert button that your earnings are changing once again, right? Our earnings are changing once again, and they want you to agree to this new terms of service, terms and service, or terms of service, whatever it's called. So yeah, please make sure you read and understand before you click the yes button. If there are things built in there that we need to opt out from, I'll be finding that out pretty quickly, because usually I do share information with other attorneys. Other attorneys contact me, and they usually say, hey, Torsten, make sure you tell this to the users, to the drivers, right? That's the cool thing. I used to be one of the top recruiters of drivers worldwide in 600 Uber cities, and now I'm the top recruiter for drivers for lawsuits, right? Because after that one incident in 2019 where they decided to wipe out $960,000 of my referrals, that's when I stopped referring, And that's when I started referring drivers to law firms. So I work with a lot of lawyers. I have a lot of relationships to different lawyers around the country. We exchange notes. They sometimes contact me and say, hey, how do you see this? From a rideshare perspective, I will reach out to them. But I've already put this out to a couple of attorneys, also here in California, San Francisco, and down in South California. What are they doing here? Are they misleading the drivers once again? What are their angles? Like, why are they updating the terms of service again? Why are they representing the way they are showing their earnings? Obviously, they want to build in a change, right? Are they protecting themselves legally? Is this yet another bait and switch? Is this just another way to reconfigure the numbers so that they make more? The main thing is what tips you are getting, and tips should not be restricted. That's one of my biggest beefs with Uber, right? If someone wants to pay you $25, there should not be a prompter to the passenger saying, you're exceeding the maximum amount of a tip. If a passenger wants to tip you $200, please give the driver the $200, right? Uber should not put themselves in between you and the tip. The tip is the tip is the tip. It's your money, period. No arguing. Whatever that individual wants to tip you needs to end up in your bank account. Uber should have zero say over that. And I'm surprised that there are no class action lawsuits over that, right? There have been class action lawsuits over the fact that Uber was stealing tips, DoorDash was stealing tips, right? They got caught, both got caught, and they settled for very little money. But are they doing it again? What are they up to? Why are they changing the earnings? Why are they bringing in these earnings trackers right now? Why are they prompting you to agree to new terms of service? So if you have come across that alert, please give us a shout out in the comments box. If you have actually read the terms of service before agreeing to it, yes, I agree to that. Let us know if there's anything that you've seen or found which may be alarming, right? And part of my duty as a driver or as a gig advocate is to bring attention to these type of changes that could possibly be misleading, because earnings are earnings are earnings. Those are your monies. Earnings should be higher, not lower. And the earnings that Uber is making by jacking up the prices of the passenger, of the rider trip, that should trickle down to you, right? If they're jacking up the prices, which part of that difference am I, the driver, getting? Or is that whole new increase going towards the company? So who knows what they're up to, but they are definitely, they're definitely working on the margins in their favor. Otherwise, they wouldn't be bringing out this feature. It's a very, very sneaky way to introduce new shenanigans, right? That's just how I know Uber and Lyft is nothing really genuine. And then funny thing is, I read an article where Bloomberg wrote an article saying that they overheard that Uber was in discussions offloading Uber India, like selling it off, right? Dara threw a fit. Like you go to his tweets, he threw an absolute fit. He said, that is so far from the truth. That's a complete bait and switch article, blah, blah, blah. Hang on, Dara. You are the author of the book, Bait and Switch. You wrote that book. So don't start pointing fingers at others and using that word bait and switch. That bait and switch, all the little bait and switch tactics between you, your executive team, and your legal team. I mean, you have been conning gig workers over the years with your pilot programs, with your changes, your algorithms. You constantly are baiting and switching to your benefit. So I found quite astounding that Darrow would even use that language and start pointing at Bloomberg and saying, oh, that's a complete bait and switch. There'll be some truth in it, right? Otherwise, they wouldn't have reported on it. So very good morning to you all. I don't think many people are up early on Saturdays because a lot of people work late Saturday nights. There's money to be made. Nightclubs are open again, discotheques, restaurants. So, a lot of people I know that hustle till 2-3 in the morning, and there's no way that you're going to be up at 8:30. But this is a really, really good client, very wealthy client, and a big Scientologist. Not to give away the name, but he's a massive Scientology person, which I'm not a fan of at all. Scientology, not at all. I mean, to me, I hope he's not watching the video, but Scientology to me is a big cult. It's a big money-making cult. But this guy is a heavy hitter in the Scientology world. I'm going to go and pick him up and bring him over to his house. Maybe $40-50 million house. Crazy. Interesting individual. Likes to talk in the car, and I only get to pick him up once every 3 months. Strange. Very, very weird. But I do find his conversations very interesting. So what I love about private clients, once you get to know them, once you form that bond and that friendship, is just, and by the way, driving and listening to their conversations, you learn so much, right? I have a lot of big wealth managers, CEOs, just listening to their conversations, you just learn. I learn so much from their communication skills and from the content that these people talk about the markets, what's happening in the markets, what to do, what they're advising their clients, and you just listen and you pick up the tips, right? And then sometimes I personally act on the tips. There's one client that I have who has won numerous awards for wealth management, managing the mega rich people, the really insane rich people. He manages them. And I do take notes. I do take mental notes, right, when they have these discussions with their clients on the phone. So it's great having private clients, my friends. The sooner the better. The sooner you switch to private clients, the better. Now, I'm shopping around for a couple Uber Siennas. Big cars, great gas prices, the hybrids, and those cars are at least $10,000 over sticker at the moment. And through my car contact, he's not going to try and make money out of me, so I'm going to get the cars, for the regular MSRP, the suggested retail, manufacturer's suggested retail price. So the guy's not going to try and milk me and make 8-10 grand off the Siennas, but I need to pick up some Toyota Siennas. They're good. Everything, and I've had several minivans, including that one, the older version, but the new hybrid one is supposed to be off the charts. I see a lot of Uber and Lyft drivers in Excel using that car. It's not cheap, it's not inexpensive, phenomenal on gas, and just probably one of the best multi-passenger minivans on the market. I don't think that the Kia Carnival comes even close. Maybe the Honda Odyssey. But between the Honda Odyssey, Toyota Sienna, and the Chrysler's got a really, really good hybrid. Really, really good hybrid. So if you own one of those cars, let me know. 32 people in the house. I welcome you all. 7 likes. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like that. And if you're watching this video later on during the day, I'm not expecting you to watch it at like 8:20 a.m. in the morning, unless you may be on the East Coast. It's already 11:30. But if you're watching the video later, just please pay attention to the new way they are displaying the earnings. If they're prompting you to agree to, you're going to put yes, I agree to the new terms and conditions. Make sure, even if it's 10, 13, 20 pages, make sure you read it all. I'm going to read it later and do a follow-up video. But just wanted to get this video out there because it's really fresh off the press. This whole new earnings trackings just came out. I'm sure you guys received the email. And let's see, we have DJ Smiley in the house. We have King. All the guys get up early. I like the early bird catches the worm, right? The early bird catches the worm. I'm out here hustling, making money. I worked till late last night. Got a few hours sleep. And thank God today is not really a busy day. I have one more trip tonight. So just 2 trips scheduled today, one in the morning, one at night. But my Sunday, tomorrow, is jam-packed from 5 a.m. all the way through to the evening. So that should be about $1,000 a day tomorrow on private trips. And so there goes my Sunday, but that's fine. I've a lot of things I need to get done. Get a couple of Airbnbs up and running, got the land. And so, yeah, you got to hustle, right? If you want to make these things work, put a lot of money into those type of enterprises, you got to go out and work. So, I mean, the way I see it, I work one Sunday and I've maybe made like 2 car payments right there of my several cars, right? So in one day I've made 2 car payments. It's great. Or in one day I've paid for my commercial insurance and 1 car payment. Some cars I'll buy cash outright at the auctions, just cash. Some cars I will finance purely because I know I know the owner of the dealerships personally. I get the best prices. They're my clients. Very fortunate to have that type of client, right? Former owner of Kiza Van Nuys. I get really, really, really good financing and prices on cars. These people are not charging me, 5, 10, 15, 25% over sticker. No, I get it at the actual price. So sometimes, you gotta, even in this pandemic, you gotta take advantage of those type of offers, which means you have a car payment on a specific car, but that's okay. At least it's not through the roof. Some people right now are just desperate to get their hands on a vehicle and they're paying top dollars, and a lot of these dealerships are taking advantage of that. A lot of the financing houses are taking advantage of the current times, which is sad. Cash is king. Cash is still king. 38 people in the house. Good morning, everyone. Please smash the like button. I appreciate that. And I wish you all a fantastic weekend. Just looking at my fuel here. My gosh, I just filled up yesterday at $110 mid of yesterday, and this morning already I just have 90 miles left. So guess where I'm heading to? So right now in my head, I have to be in a certain place at a certain time to get a client. I have to fit in a quick fuel stop. I'm sure you guys think the same way. So between now and the client, I'm thinking, okay, from where I am here, I'm in the valley, probably in the hottest part of LA. It's 82 right now here. It's hot. 8:30 in the morning, it's already 82 degrees. I need to do a quick pit stop at a gas station that has semi-decent gas prices compared to some of the others. which will be about $6.25 versus $6.50, $6.60, $6.70. It's going up and up and up and up. Now, the lady in Vegas that I helped with absolutely everything, she was absolutely clueless after she got beaten up by these 7 women. I noticed that the TV stations were blurring out the faces. Why are you blurring out the faces? Show who the culprits are, right? It doesn't matter. Show them, right? Let the public help in identifying who they are. But now, if they are juveniles, or maybe, under 18 or so, maybe by law they have to blur out the faces. I'm not sure, but I put the raw footage there because I want people to see the faces. I'm not the media, so I don't have to follow these rules. I'm a YouTuber. I put those faces out there so that hopefully somebody comes forward and says, yes, I know that group of women. And I'm sure by now the Vegas police have the account holder. Hopefully Uber is cooperating with the police. Hopefully the police told her to be more proactive. That's your job. Your job as the police is to go and catch the bad guys, right? You can't tell the passenger, hey, you need to be more proactive and find these people. And what, arrest them? That's your job. So, I don't know, Vegas cops there, I'm not too happy the way they were handling this. But the bottom line is Uber needs to step up, give the information on the passenger, get these people arrested. And this woman the driver was absolutely clueless. I can read you her, Victoria Partridge is her name. That's already well known. It's all over the news. I can show you the original. She said, hey, this just happened. What do I do? So I went up, got a GoFundMe set up, already made $11,600 in 2 days, in 48 hours, $11,600. That'll pay for her car and her medical right there. She doesn't need more than $11,000. That's paid for everything. And any good attorney will take that on contingency, so she doesn't have to pay an attorney. Right? So she has all her costs covered. There's no broken bones, there's no broken nose. It's just more a lot of swelling. So she's in good hands. She's got all her money back. Obviously she's traumatized by this. Who knows if she's going to go back and work after she gets her Toyota Sienna fixed. How are you? Do you guys hear me loud and clear? So then got the media involved, and then as predicted, I said within 24 hours it's going to go viral because this is a big story. I told her, don't worry, the news will attract the other news stations, the bloggers, and mark my words, you guys can do the test. I guarantee you, if you go to Google right now, I'll put $100 on this, right? Anybody, this is just because I know how this plays out. If you go to Google right now and put in Uber News, I bet you that story is the main story that shows up. The Vegas story. That's the story I broke to the media, packaged it up, got the GoFundMe going, asked the woman for pictures, and then she sends me a picture of her all pretty with makeup, and I said, no, that's not the picture I want. I said, I need the picture of you with the blue eye, the broken car. I said, no one's gonna donate a single dollar to you, lady, if you put a nice picture of you with your cosmetic makeup and your eyeliner. It's not gonna fly. I need one where you look the worst picture you have after that battle, right? Where you look beaten up. Oh, it's not, I don't know, not the sharpest tool in the shed, this one. But anyway, thanks. She's made a lot of money. But then she got a little bit too pushy. She just got too demanding. Do this, do that, do this. You're not paying me a cent. Usually I get a 20% consultancy fee for doing that. She didn't pay a single cent, so I'm not lifting my hand. I've done more than enough. I got the story viral. I made her a boatload of money, and I'm still waiting for a thank you. Thank yous go a long way, right? Gratitude goes a long way. This woman has, in my eyes, quite a bit to learn. rather selfish individual. But hey, she didn't do any name calling. She made a fatal mistake by telling the people that only 6 can get in the car. They wanted 7 in, she said 6, and then she let it slide. She said, okay, come. And what happened was she let the 7 people in. She went against her own rules. Big no-no. Don't go against, you don't break your own rules, right? Not only are these the Uber rules, but you've also broken your own cardinal rules. Well, at the destination, when they get out in Vegas, all hell breaks loose, because now they're angry. It's payback. They steal her tips, they steal her phone, they beat her up. So there'll be charges. I don't know if these girls will go to jail. They should. There will be charges. But if you have a story, if you have dash cam footage, bring it to me. I'll break the news. And this was a big story. This was for me. This one was easy. Put in $20,000 on GoFundMe. I think she could reach it. Not so sure. I mean, I would have reached $20,000 had she actually agreed to pay something. I would have pushed the story harder with a few more stations and would have made the money. But you know, when a person tells you to do all these demands and there's no thank yous and no payments, I'm not going to push the story any shorter. But I would have easily made this woman $20,000-$30,000 easily, and would have expected something in return. Here we go now. And it's already hot. Traffic is filling up big time. Wow. The amount of cars already, 8:30 in the morning. I'm on the, where am I? I'm on the 405. I'm almost by the Getty Center by Sunset Boulevard, if anybody knows that. Heading to LAX. This plane should be landing pretty soon. All right, my friends, I need to check my messages. I wish you a great weekend. I'm going to be back today and tomorrow with some more videos. Tomorrow's going to be an insanely busy day. Money. And do look out for the new way that Uber wants to display the earnings, because there will be a little red flag, a little prompter forcing you to agree to the new terms and conditions. So be aware of that. And in the comments box, yes, I've seen it. Yes, I understand. Just leave a message there. I'd be curious to know if you have received it or not. My friends, amigos, amigas, meine Freunde, meine Vriende, have a beautiful and blessed day. Be safe out there. Work hard, play hard. Work smart, and don't take any crap from these companies, okay? Wishing you an amazing day. Adios. Auf Wiedersehen. Adieu. Au revoir. Tot ziens. Goodbye. Have a good one, everyone.